How do you get school children to pay attention and to really engage in the classroom? Because if they do, they'll do better. Of course, well, a school in South Auckland thinks it's environmental. Children join in when they feel they're welcome and they feel they belong. And so they've grouped their students into villages, and teachers are referred to as aunty and uncle, and that's just the start of a classroom reinvention that appears to be boosting achievement for young Pasifika students, some of whom were struggling at other schools. Now, the Pacific Advanced Secondary School started life as a charter school, but next year will become New Zealand's first Pacific school in the state system. So what are they doing there? Indira Stewart went to take a look.
Hymns and prayer help these students kick off their school day. A striking parallel to how many schools in the Pacific region also start their day.
Father, we ask you to please have your hand upon each student.
It's well known that religion is strongly embedded in Pacific culture, and here at the Pacific Advanced Secondary School, simply known as PAS, faith is evident in school life.
It just takes me back to the island. It just makes me think about where I come from, where I originate from. And it just makes me feel as if it makes me feel like I got to cherish my culture.
Robert Momoe Mausu and fellow student Falaula Tuingamala both left the state schools they were previously attending and this year enrolled at PAS.
I really enjoy our teacher, Uncle Kali. In the classroom, he likes to speak in his native tongue sometimes, and then we like to learn, and somehow it helps us remember better whatever he's teaching, and I think that really helps.
Falaula says the school's cultural environment has made a huge difference to her learning.
It's not a school where there's students and staff, it's a family where we're all brothers and sisters, we have aunties and uncles. The environment is just amazing here, you know, and I feel really safe, I feel loved, and this has really become my family.
As well as the teachers being called uncle and auntie, the co-principals, a husband and wife team, are known as Tama and Tina, the Samoan words for father and mother. It's a model that co-principal Alaimalo Falefatu Inari describes as Pasifika mole Pasifika, by Pacific people for Pacific people.
We have different visitors come into us to look at what we do because they have a Pacific population in their schools, and you can't go past having a Pacific board, chairperson, principals, staff, and so we ask the kids to bring all of their Polynesianness to school.
PAS is one of 7 schools to be given designated character status under the Education Act, allowing them to receive state funding but sticking to their own approach, which may be based on culture, language, religion or a particular educational approach. PAS teaches the national curriculum within a Pasifika framework and provides a culturally responsive environment for their students. For example, they're grouped into villages which are each supported by a staff member or village parent. Mr. Inari says the model is helping to link cultural identity with learning.
They have very complex issues, our kids. They're Polynesian, they're Pacific, but they're urban. Their parents grew up with umukukas and climbing coconut trees and valud kalo and all of this sort of concepts. And our kids, a lot of them have no idea what that is. And so the parents don't know their world either. So a lot of the time we find the village parent being a bridge to that world and trying to help them understand the needs.
Dr. Michelle Johansson is an academic with expertise in the education of Pasifika students. She says the PAS model is needed.
If I stand in a Pākehā room, which I often do, and asked everyone to stand up and sever, they would just feel completely uncomfortable, and heaps of them would give it a go. Heaps of them would wish for that hole in the floor that they could jump into. Like for our Pacific kids, that's what we do to them every day. We ask them to step into a literacy that is not their own.
So these 2 movements, is there anywhere else? The others? Yes.
While the achievement rates of Pasifika high school leavers have been making slow gains in recent years, alongside Māori they still hold the lowest rates in the country. Co-principal Parehuia Inari says the school provides their students with a uniform, stationery and meals to remove barriers to learning.
Our key priorities to begin with, and you would have seen throughout our day, is to ensure that their basic needs are met. And so when they walk into these doors, the whole aim from the board is to ensure that education is accessible to all of our children.
The The school's co-founder, Na'auli Savai Michael Jones, says both he and the staff are committed to changing the statistics for young Pasifika.
We want to move our people from being at the bottom of those social and economic statistics. We're wanting to see these young people leave and graduate from our school with some qualifications that they can move forward and fulfill everything that we believe they can be and designed to be.
PASS will get special status as a designated character school from next year. Mo te hōtaka o te ahi pōnei, ko Indira Stewart, aho.